Melissa.
Melissa prosecution.
Yes. Does Melissa know?
I
don't know.
She do.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court. I'm your host, Marcia Mignot, and with me is my cray co-diva.
Laying down to Justice Smith.
There is no justice. Justice Smith.
Just laying it down. Because I know you're going to be out of order today.
Just dismissed.
Just dismissed.
How long it took y'all to come up with that one? Get back to
Not long.
Get
Apparently
back to
5
the,
seconds.
That's
Get
all it
back to
takes.
it. Get back
5
to it.
seconds of buffoonery only requires 5 seconds of comments.
Today, we have great topics for you guys.
Oh, we do?
We do.
Topic number 1 is buffoonery.
Justice being laid down today because it's about to get out of control.
We are not responsible for the things she's going to talk about. Can you tell this show is off the chain already? This is the beginning of her end. Thank you very much. We're not liable for any of the topics we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, because this show is for edutainment purposes only.
Justice.
Just this is what she's going to talk about. And I, ladies and gentlemen, will be talking about justice. So find our episodes every Wednesday on
Spotify.
Apple Podcasts,
Apple.
and Google Podcasts. Find us every Wednesday also on YouTube where you can get the colors of the rainbow. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're billionaire green.
Yes.
Billion with a V, that is.
That is going to be the only thing she's going to say that's going to be accurate today.
No, what will be accurate too is, am I wearing heels or am I wearing boot heels? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ron DeSantis is alleged to be engaging in bootgate.
Not Bootgate.
You know how you have bootflate? Now you have bootgate. According to the reports, it's been alleged that it's possible that while he's on the campaign trail, he has been awkwardly behaving in boots. And that when you do a close-up on his shoes, you'll realize there's some form of platform prints going on in his shoes. You don't have to be rich. Is that it?
It's a setup.
It's a setup.
It's a setup.
Okay, so what's your take, Diva?
My take is, why y'all got a problem with that? Why he can't wear heels? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm bewildered that
You
the
are.
liberal. Oh, that's how fake his height was.
That's correct.
I am so bewildered that the liberal community would take issue with high heels. Like, they're like, men should be able to wear high heels. Men should be able to wear dresses. Men should be able to wear purses. So why would you do that to that man? Why would you call him out? Why would you make him feel bad about the shoes he chooses to wear?
Well, why is he not confident?
You know why?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because it's very simple. There's an agenda, according to me. Okay? And that agenda is, shut up laughing. Shut up laughing. You know what that agenda is?
Mm-hmm.
Take down DeSantis by any means necessary. Because it wasn't no conservative person that went in there and was like, ooh, those boots.
Is he participating in this agenda?
That's what I want to know. Courtney, you?
I'm not finished.
Oh, okay.
I'm order up in here, okay?
Okay.
I told y'all they was going to be out of order today.
We should have given Prozac before we started.
What I'm trying to say is there was no conservative man or conservative woman who is, you know how they take the screen and go like this on your phone so you can have
Blow
a up close and personal look at these shoes. It wasn't no conservative Ron DeSantis supporter or anybody on the Republican side that knows anything about style. No,
Because they don't know nothing about style.
exactly. It was these liberals.
Are you telling me these boots are stylish? Because I'm pretty sure that some of your coworkers
These liberals
would
who
disagree
looked at
a
it
lot.
and made these analyzations about those boots, okay? Nobody was supposed to know. So why did they bring it to the forefront to begin with.
Because the issue is,
No,
Mr.
you're not,
DeSantis.
I'm not finished.
Wow.
I'm not finished. The reason why they brought it to the forefront, because they're like, you know what? Those heteros over there in that conservative party, right? Conservative party, they're not going to want to hear that their good old boy DeSantis is wearing heels. They don't want to hear that. So we're going to embarrass him. That's what they was trying to do. The liberals are scared. I'm finished. Go.
Are you sure?
I don't know just yet. It's not a possibility.
You gotta ask her if she's done.
Are you done?
Are you finished or are you done?
Both.
Go ahead, honey.
Oh, you gonna drink to that?
Oh, yes, she is. Are you? I just cheers by myself.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to cheers by yourself.
Go
today.
ahead. I'm
Okay,
listening.
okay. So here's where I think they were going.
Do you understand my argument?
I understand that who's motivated. What's the
Exactly.
motive behind revealing
Exactly.
the high heels?
Exactly.
Assuming arguendo, he is stuffing in the shoes. They did look a little stuffy, sir.
They look a little stuffy.
But I understand.
hilly.
I understand. Why are we not focused on
the issues.
bigger things in life for a politician that wants to run this country? I agree.
Yes.
But here's the question I ask. Why, Shorty, are you not happy with the size God gave you? Where else are you deficient? Is it in your mindset?
Well, it doesn't help when Trump calls him little.
Shorty, little man. You've allowed Trump's horn to be tooted so loudly that you've decided not to be confident in who you are. Now, what DeSantis should do, if I were part of his team, is take your boots off at the campaign, show them the heels, and say, I'm glad that some liberal exposed my high heels because I want to show these people that I'm the man for the job. Even if I'm 4 feet tall and they call me little man.
Yep.
Let's talk about the issues now and draw the people's attention back to the issues at hand.
And then he could say,
Instead of hiding it.
I support men in heels. And then he'll get a whole new, realm
Absolutely.
Is
of
not gonna
possible voters.
Because he might have to arrest himself for a drag show.
Wow, see? And he's not going to want to go to that.
Is it drag show when you put heels? Do you know back in the day, those men who put on the wigs and the makeup to be judges, they wore men heels. It's a thing.
Yeah. Men heels were in fashion.
Right. Before there were women stilettos, there were men heels.
Well,
so why he just do
well,
it? He's
that's-
bringing back to his old town political roots.
Well, he could have just done that without the extra hidden.
Well, I mean,
You
they
could have
the
just went
cowboy
platform
boots.
cowboy
Do like
boots.
Prince does. Just, you don't have to be rich. Just put on your Prince high heel. Prince didn't hide it.
I don't understand why we're judging this man for wearing heels.
Ain't nobody
Prince
judging.
didn't hide it. No,
You just-
no,
you
no,
just
no.
pointing
You
out
guys
the
sound-
Observation
You guys
is
sound a
different
little
from
judgy.
Pointing out
observation.
is a little different.
Is different from judgment.
I just think they're scared. They want to take
Scared
him
of
down.
DeSantis?
Oh yes.
Honey, please. That man
Oh,
don't
yes.
even have
I
any
don't know.
vision
They
or
don't
provision.
like. They don't like Trump, but they can't stand DeSantis.
Wait. Are you talking about the Trump supporters? Because that must
I'm
be
talking
who.
about the liberals.
There's plenty of Trump supporters, listeners, that can't stand DeSantis. So count them in the group of liberals that you
Those
want
Trump
to put.
supporters, if Trump gets out of the race, are gonna go to DeSantis.
No, they're
All right,
not. They're
so
just not going to
pause.
go to the
Do
polls.
You think that part is going to happen?
Oh, I do.
No,
Pause
staying
on that.
home.
No, you think Trump is not going to participate in this race in any form or fashion?
No, I do believe that Trump is he's gonna go all the way.
And to be honest with you, if he didn't go, his supporters were not going to go either.
But who can't beat a standing plant, right?
Well, I mean,
Hey, as long as it's
you
standing
pointed
plant.
out-
And I
you
mean
pointed
that.
out the guy who lost to the standing plant.
Well, they didn't know that he was
Oh, no,
a
they-
standing plant
they
at
knew
the
he was
time.
a standing
No,
plant
I
back
didn't see it until during the pregnancy. Who is that baby's daddy? Who is that baby's
Then he
daddy?
must be young.
You're going to be president of the United States.
You are not the father. But no, the standing plant, you know what I'm saying? Who can't beat that?
You know what? This is showing the American people that the president really is not the leader
It's just
of
a
this
puppet.
country.
Which I think we kind of known for a while.
We knew that until Trump won his presidency and went rogue and refused to comply with how the machine works. And then people started going, oh, oh, wait, you, this is how it's supposed to be done. And he was like, no, I'm president. I can storm capitals. I can tell people what they want to do. I'm president.
Oh, he did not storm the Capitol.
I'm the most powerful man of the United States. Let me tell you something about that. If we charge Charles Manson with murder when he never killed anybody and required him to die in prison, and he's now dead, thank goodness for a lot of victims' families, why would we not charge somebody else? We got a one-man RICO in R. Kelly. And RICO is racketeering, meaning more than one person grouped together and did a criminal act. Hello?
Are you listening to yourself? And then I'm going to transition to say what I really meant to say. Are you listing all the injustices that have occurred?
No, I am listing all the conspirators. You can be a co-conspirator
you think the
to
R.
a
Kelly
criminal
RICO
act.
case was accurate?
I don't think it was a RICO. Now, whether or not he was engaged in criminal activity is probably maybe correct if you look at circumstantial evidence. But to break the law or to bend it just to get what you want by using a statute that is made for a gang, a group, regarding one person, and not charging anybody else, I think that's hypocrisy. So that's when people lose.
Or pleading anybody else.
Yeah, that's it. You're so if you're saying to me, I can tell somebody to go do something, and if they do it, as long as I wasn't involved, I'm not guilty. Well, ask the young lady who was charged with telling the young man to go kill himself. And then when he got out of the car, she said to him, get back in that car and let the death happen. And now she's in prison.
I think that's different.
Why would it be different? It's her encouraging another person to do something.
So
She didn't help him kill himself. She just told him he decided he wanted to kill himself. They were always having a conversation. He's always talking about killing himself. And she finally got tired of hearing him as a friend. And they called her a friend. She was in a relationship with this guy for quite some time. And he had attempted and stopped and attempted and stopped. And this time he attempted by turning on the car engine in the garage. And he called her on the phone and says, I'm doing it. And he decided, he was like, oh, I can't go through this. Jumps out the car, and she's on the phone with him. The text message shows that she said to him, get back in the car. She didn't go to the house. She wasn't there. She didn't turn on the engine.
It's a false equivalency.
So Trump saying, let's go storm this Capitol.
that could be soliloquy. I didn't say that right.
A soliloquy.
No, you said it right.
A soliloquy.
A soliloquy.
A soliloquy.
If I said it right the first time, I definitely don't know how to say it the second time.
No, you didn't say it right the first time.
No. You definitely got it wrong.
A soliloquy. Okay, let's try working this word out.
Synonym.
Soliloquy.
Yep, you got it.
It means what I need it to mean. Does it?
What does it mean?
Words. It sounds like right. It sounds like. What does it mean?
Words.
Soliloquy.
Soliloquy.
I'm looking up soliloquy.
We gotta look it up. But watch it
hey,
be what
in
I
the name
to
of
say.
the Lord.
In the law. If you want to know what we're talking about, watch the last episode.
Yes, please go back and look at it.
Soliloquy.
I think it's ridiculous. But speaking about ridiculous, Trump is about to take the stand.
Well, no. We need to look this word up.
You want to look up the word? How about they look up the word while we move on?
Okay, we could do that.
And we're going to talk about
Did you got
Trump.
the word yet?
Yes.
What does it mean?
An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud.
Boom! Boom!
Wait for it.
Let the definitions
let it
comprise themselves of many
of words
put together into what is often called a sentence. An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself.
Maybe he was just in his own world.
Really?
Or
he wasn't at that podium with a mic?
or regardless of any hearers, especially by a character in a play. So,
but you know what I was saying. I can still use.
So he really was. Let me come to his defense.
He
was really speaking out loud.
Yeah.
But no. I got a better one. He was thinking out loud.
He
was just thinking it at the podium. And unfortunately, because the mic was on,
they heard his thoughts.
And when he said you, he meant him. And when he said gotta, he meant him.
He was just, he was just like, yeah, let's go down there.
Yeah, when he said fight.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, he was thinking.
I think I still like the word that I picked up that I did not pronounce properly.
Okay.
I still like it. I think it still works. Soliloquy. Did I do it?
There's no L in there.
It's not.
Soliloquy. Not in the last part.
I'm about to say because just sound like solilo.
Yeah, no, those have ills.
Yes. Don't climb that hill though. Wow. Stop there. That's too many notes.
No more for you
Both
guys.
of y'all. No more. No more Prince. No more mini repetition. None of that.
I need my boots. All right. So DeSantis, in your boots. Go ahead and not worry about your height, sir. I know Trump has said some mean things about you. Be confident in who you are, whether short or small.
Doesn't it take a confident man to wear some heels, though? Like, darn what
No,
everybody
not
else.
when you hide them.
You
just
got to show them. You got to put them on.
Show them. You got to be like, hey.
You got to put them on.
I mean, if you showed up at 5'3" on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have another rally and you show up at 5'7", I mean,
It's 5'8" to 5'11".
Yeah. Yeah. So he
that's a significant difference.
he thinks that
Well,
Nobody would
he
notice.
needs the
the
height.
real thing is, maybe it's not his, like, the real issue I have is that his toes fold flat. If you
In the
see an image
shoes?
of his toes are just flat. You didn't even reach the tip. Man, what are you wearing size 12 boots for?
Sir,
What do you need a size
I
8,
need
sir?
a bigger boot
Go put the
so
size
that I
8
can
on.
fit the thing in there and it can fit my foot
So
and
he
the
has
thing
those,
in there.
you know, those teacup shoes that
The clogs.
Was it Asian women?
It was like a
Chinese
clog.
women? They will
Yeah.
put their feet.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like that?
What do you mean?
Their foot has to fit
To
inside
fold
of a,
to fold your toes.
yeah.
He folded
Sometimes.
his
It's a whole thing.
He's not
Look it up.
folding. He doesn't use enough paper towel in some of these days.
Yeah,
He
come
gotta
on, man.
stuff this, man.
Stuff your shoes. Stuff your shoes or take them off and put on high heel boots or just keep your height. That's our suggestion. Speaking of height, Trump is about to take the height to New York and testify. Why would Trump take the stand and testify in his case? Now, I know this is a New York case, and I know it's about financial statements, and I know it's about business practices that were just improper, and I know it affected the property value in the state and in the area, and why would he take the stand with criminal charges, Ben?
Maybe he has a bad lawyer.
No, Rudy's still out.
You mean he still has a lawyer?
Is he representing himself?
Is there a lawyer standing?
Right. Are they
Last
all-
lawyer standing.
Right.
We need a show like that for him. Last lawyer standing. We'll have all his lawyers just line up, and each episode will be about how
You
they
would
went to prison.
think- You would think, like, if I represent Trump, is the equivalent to already pleading guilty.
No, that's true. Number one, that's very true.
Equal.
But number two,
equal.
the first one that would pop in my head if I actually sat down and let that contract be signed is, I'm not gonna get paid.
No, that would be first.
That's what I said. My
Yeah.
first thought would be, I'm not getting
gonna
paid.
get paid.
That's crazy.
I think my first thought would be, I'm going to go to jail and then not get paid to represent my...
Did not have any money
have
to hire a real lawyer.
I'd be okay if I was getting paid. Really.
Let's go over a list of all those who went to jail on his behalf.
Oh my
my
word, ma'am,
goodness,
ma'am.
I don't think
we don't
have
have
time.
This show is for 1 hour edutainment purposes only. Not lifetime.
Wait, it has at least been 6 who have been affected by his practices.
For sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
So we have
Started with Michael Cohen.
Yeah, Cohen.
Yeah.
Michael Cohen?
Cohen.
Cohen.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Cohen.
And then didn't the attorney who represented the prostitute or the slut
Stormy
bucket,
Daniels. Yeah,
Didn't he
she
go
went
to
down
jail
for
too?
Trump too.
Didn't he?
He did.
Didn't his
Yeah,
attorney?
but
did.
his
Now,
was
so
for
not only can you
something
not-
Stealing
different.
Stormy's money.
Wait,
He
not
was
only,
stealing Stormy's
Yeah,
money?
he stole Stormy's money.
Oh, wow.
not only
Yeah, Stormy Daniels.
not only can you not represent him, you can't go against him either.
You cannot be for him or against him.
because you going
or
to
you're
jail.
going to jail.
Bonnie
Rudy-
better be careful.
Rudy-
Because you know what happens?
Rudy.
You know what happens on the opposite side? They get so like so zealous.
Because that power is intoxicating.
I don't
We have
know.
power.
Before, please. She doing pretty good.
We'll
see
see
if
when
she
she
can
gets to
temper
Trump.
herself.
She's doing good. She's doing good.
You want to be honest? She
What?
might have a tougher problem with what's his name? The rapper. That
Young
might
Thug.
backfire
Yeah, Young
on
Thug
you.
might backfire on him.
That might
Yeah,
be
they're
the
starting.
tougher
They're
one.
starting opening statements. They're
But
starting.
we'll
opening
see.
statements.
So
They got a jury seated.
So
they
is
got a jury
she?
seated.
She's do you call it first chair when you're on the
No,
prosecuting
she don't
side?
try nothing. You the DA. You don't try cases.
So she's not even trying the Trump.
She's not
case.
in the courtroom trying that case.
No.
No.
So the DA never comes out and try.
No,
cases?
DAs try cases, but they try to let their ADAs assigned to that courtroom take their responsibility. You look greedy and you look power hungry when you say, "Oh, that one's high profile. I'll come try it. Oh, that one's high profile. I'll come try it." You don't want to do that as a
Mostly
district
you're
attorney.
like third chair as a DA.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're
You
not
might
even
find
second.
out what's going on in the courtroom, and sometimes if you're a responsible district attorney, you don't want to go to the courtroom while the jurors are seated because you don't want it to look like you're trying to gain an unfair advantage in the case. Because now the elected official is sitting in the courtroom. So you might come in the courtroom on a break, or you might come in the courtroom on a recess, or on a situation where they took the jurors out of the room and the staff needs to know from you, hey, this is what's going on. Do we have your authority to do this, or do we have your authority to do that? But you have to be careful because you're the person the people voted for. And if you come into that courtroom in the middle of the case, the defense counsel might argue that you came in. It happened to Paul Howard, and the judge threw him out the courtroom. He came into the courtroom while the jurors were seated, while evidence was being presented, and the court got upset because they were like, "No, everybody's turning to look who's coming in the courtroom, and it's you. You shouldn't do that. That's disruptive." And the court admonished him and threw him out.
Is he practicing still?
Honey, he is doing criminal defense, and it don't look nice on him. His website is called I Know Your Name. That look.
Are you saying I'm guilty?
His website. No, do you know my name from falsely prosecuting me before or maliciously prosecuting me before? Why do you know my name?
Why?
And why do you think that's a good slogan for a former district attorney who is now doing criminal defense work in private practice to use to attract clients?
It actually would scare me.
He would scare me if you say you know my name. Because what's your motive?
You phrased it a little bit.
Okay,
what is the
it?
phrase?
What is it?
It's where we will always respect your name.
No, he changed it. That wasn't it before. Because people were laughing. So I guess he decided.
It's 404 blank 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 name.
Yeah, no.
That's the number.
No.
If the DA knows my name.
He's changed it. Because people were saying, how do you think that's helpful? I know your name. You can't say it like that. And I guess that's probably what he meant, but they didn't put it together well enough. So
What idiot gave him that idea?
it's probably in his idiot head. You know, sometimes the leader can be the idiot. You've been in this country.
So, listen, no leader is good at every single thing.
Yeah,
That's not
picking
possible.
tags.
No human being is good at every single thing.
Yes. It's
So there are things you're going
a
to be
good
good at.
leader
things you're
knows
gonna
what they're good at and
You
what
know your
other
limitations.
people are good at.
So
And you let
obviously
them
he
do
didn't
it.
know. Then maybe he's not a good leader because he should have known that wasn't a good title. He should have said, "Go back to the drawing board."
Yeah, please come back.
Unless he thought, "Let me do this myself."
That could be it. That could be it. But I would be concerned regarding Donald Trump testifying. If I were his attorney, I know that's a different case. I know it has nothing to do with election fraud. I know it has nothing to do with the insurrection, but I would be concerned because I know my client is rogue. And I know he's rogue because I've seen his conduct in the past. And I would be concerned that a cross-examination question
How long
might
this
trip
case
him up.
been going on?
I don't know. In New York?
Yeah.
It had a lot of delays.
What are you talking about? No, this case just started
So wait.
a week or
So
two
they
ago.
not.
No, you talking about the trial or the investigation and the jury selection and
well,
the
no,
discovery?
trial. So she
the
tricked
trial.
The trial. Yeah, a week or so.
So his-
So this
his
week
sons
two?
have already testified.
Yeah, they did. And Ivanka testified too.
So wait. So is
No,
his-
she did a deposition. She did a
and
deposition.
she wasn't a part of the
I don't think she
conspiracy. They-
testified.
So
in.
this is a civil case. Is his back against the wall?
It's not necessarily a
It's
civil case. This is
quasi.
a case against a corporation.
Right. And because you can't put a corporation in jail,
So it is a civil
it's
case.
tough.
It's like an administrative case
Yes.
because it's not civil, although they're asking for penalties, but there's the state wasn't necessarily, the state can't bring I want to phrase it properly, because it's not that the state can't bring a civil lawsuit. It's that you violated this administrative law
that the state has.
The state has.
So okay, you know who could do it too? Department of Transportation. So your corporation runs a business and OSHA says these are the requirements for you to be able to operate your business. And then OSHA finds out that you violated some of the rules.
You mean labor, Department of Labor.
Department of Labor. They can take you to an administrative hearing. You can end up in a trial. And although the style of the case is against, Dana's R Us or Dana's Trucking Incorporated.
But from that information, you could file criminal charges based
Correct.
So here's my question. When did this civil fraud take place?
I don't think it's...
I think it's over the course, because it takes a time. So financial penalties and administrative penalties, because you have to go through so many financial records and double check, the statute of limitations on these are often pretty broad and takes time.
It does, because even with breach of contracts, those are usually 6 years.
Blah, blah. That's not what I'm
So
asking.
if I find out that you breached a contract or the breach was covered, and a lot of times too, people don't understand, the general public doesn't understand, that statutes can be told. So just like how even sometimes where there's a situation where somebody said, I got molested and I suppressed it and I suppressed it and I suppressed it. And the statute of limitations sometimes is longer or will be told, we'll stop it so that the person, it can be from the time the person figures it out. So some statutes being told if a child was molested at 8 and they just kept it, and you find out the child is now 22, an adult, and they're like, oh my God, it happened and I can't suppress it anymore, this, that, and the third. And you go in and you start investigating. Some of the criminal statutes will say if it occurred with the child before the age of 14, the crime, meaning you did it a long time ago and you got away, you now have a family and you now are a career and you've found Jesus and you're pressing the Lord and you're a pastor, you're still going to jail because the statute was so.
Like
so
what
they're
happened?
talking about 2015.
2015.
Some of the documents from 2015, 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
What else? 2012.
This is just the ones that Michael Cohen was involved in, and he has
he cooperated.
provided a deposition.
He cooperated.
To that effect.
But here's the other issue though, is that the problem you have when it comes to somebody like Donald Trump is that society is willing to give him a pass because he's Donald Trump. And the problem you have with that is now you are affirming that people should be treated disparately or differently, let me use a different word, because of who they are. I would love that unbridled pass. And how do I get it? What? It has to come from the complexion of my skin. It has to come from my wealth. It has to come from I lived in New York or I lived in Florida. Oh, or is it I became president?
Exactly.
And once I become president, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. Well, tell that to the local mayors that run and stole the COVID money in Stonecrest. Should he have to go to prison for the COVID money he stole from Stonecrest? No, he should not.
Why he shouldn't?
Because he's the mayor. And he did it as mayor.
No.
So they're just to provide a little more information, they are looking at records from 2011 to all the way to 2021, so that 10-year period.
Okay. So this is my issue with it's not I don't even have an issue with the fact that charges are being put against him, but this man has been in business for centuries, it seems. Trump has been doing Trump forever. And the same people who were prosecuting him, I'm pretty sure the same people who were rubbing elbows with him when he was financing campaigns, when he was doing stuff that benefited them. He's been in New York. They know what he do. He's bankrupt. He's bankrupt himself so he didn't have to pay contractors. He's been in scrupulous business, you know what I'm saying, dealings for a long time. So my thing is that, you know, justice. Take care of it. I get that. But it's again, just like the DeSantis thing. I just find it a political ploy to attack somebody that they don't like because he's running for president. He was doing this fraud stuff for a long time. But now, because you don't want him to run for president, he got 10 cases. They've been trying case after case after case after case. When he started coming in as the president, they had cases on him. They tried to impeach him, his whole thing. And again, he could definitely be crappy. I'm not saying he's not. But it's just, oh, this one didn't work, let's do this one. Oh, that one didn't work, let's do this one. Oh, this one didn't work, let's do this one. So is it justice?
Can I?
Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If
It is kind of justice, but it isn't kind of justice.
No,
because
but
the people who are issuing the justice is the same people who are the problem in the first place.
so if I've been molesting kids for years and then I become president, hold on a second, and then I become president. No. If I've been molesting kids,
that is not the same.
For about 19, 20 years. So, no, let's go with the same time frame. From 2010 to 2021, I've been molesting kids for a 10-year or 11-year period. Then I become president somewhere in there. And then when I'm running for president, they decide they don't want me to run for president. So they go dig up all the molestations that I've been engaging in for the last 11, and they knew about it. They knew about it. And they go dig up all the molestations because they were at the party when I was taking the little boy in the room and they were acting like, ooh, just tell your kids.
Could have been a girl.
Could have been a boy. I could have been a girl. I'm taking a child.
She doubled down on boy.
Okay. I could have been taking a little girl in the room and they know that I'm at the party. And of course she's 16.
Why are you straw
so everybody's looking.
Why are you straw me?
And now, all of a sudden, they don't want me to run for president. So they go dig up all the little boys and girls that I was taking into the room and use that against me. Why would y'all want to do that? Y'all the same people was rubbing elbows with me when we were at the parties with the 16-year-olds.
No.
Should I be? Is that justice?
That's a straw man.
I have a better example.
That's a straw man.
He got one you like.
Okay.
Why I don't even know what he said. That's a straw man.
Maybe you should listen.
You can't say molestation. That's not the same.
Do you say when you run for president, you put a spotlight on yourself?
Correct.
Okay. When people want to, the president is one of the highest positions in the world, not only the highest position, one of the highest positions in the United States of America, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Just get to the
it's called laying.
I know.
It's called laying
spoon feed
foundation.
No, you mean like makeup foundation?
Stop before somebody make something else in the internet.
Put a meme and then
yes, they are.
Oh my God! I'm about to destroy your argument. Go.
Okay. Mm-hmm. When you have that scrutiny, people who don't know about you want to start asking questions. And once they start asking questions, they start looking deeper. And once they start looking deeper, these journalists, people who ask questions and want to know about financial records, you claim to be a successful businessman. That's what you ran on. Let's go fact check that. Let's go check all these things. Let's do this. When they start writing articles saying, whoa, that looks funny. Whoa, this looks funny. Whoa, that's crazy. And guess who's going to feel the pressure? The state. Because they're going to be like, I'm finding things that don't correlate with state law.
What you said.
And what is this?
So
what I'm trying to say is when you can't say that you keep making these things, like these things keep appearing and they keep doing these things without Trump being the one helping make these possible. It's not like these are coming from thin air.
The only time Trump is not shooting himself in the foot is when he's loading a gun.
You are a Trump hater. So no matter what you say, it's going to be Trump hate. So all I hear is Trump hate. Trump hate. Trump hate. Trump hate.
No, I'm saying, but that happens to everybody. Look how many people get
Trump
into
supporter.
power.
No,
You're a Trump supporter.
I'm
not. Love Trump,
no, I don't.
but he's a rump.
I don't like him.
Look how many people.
Okay, so even
No, but
with
I'm saying-
your argument,
No.
I'm about to address you.
No, wait.
Oh, so you don't want
He's
me
not
to
done.
address you?
He's not done.
Let me add this
done.
on because you're going to make this personal to Trump. Look at how many people who take positions of power and run on things get investigated time after time into these things. The issue is they don't have their tentacles or opportunities to be able to drop their loads of dookie everywhere possible. Because let me tell you,
still get away with
if
it.
they could call and say,
the timing is so convenient. Right?
it's not convenient when the man says, "Can I get 5,000?"
No, 11,538 votes.
I'm not. See, that's the problem. I'm not talking about that case.
No, but it's a pylon of the case.
I
Hello?
understand that. But
Hello?
I'm definitely not.
He's helping do that.
Is this thing on?
I'm definitely not talking about that case. In this case, what do? They look at your financial records when you're running for president. They do an investigation.
But that's personal. Once again, this case is not about his personal wealth. This is about the Trump
business
organization,
corporation.
Okay.
And people working at the Trump Corporation has testified that they were involved in the fraud.
They weren't whistleblowers. They testified because when the prosecutor puts the long arm of the law on you and say testify.
This one was pretty short. It was like,
Yeah, that arm. No, it was DeSantis' arm.
When they put that finger on
The boot.
finger on the trigger, you know what I'm saying? You better do this or we're going to give you that. Of course, you're going to say whatever needs to be said. And it's probably, I'm pretty sure it has truth to it. I'm not saying that what is being said does not have truth. It's just but convenient.
No,
portion
that's a
of your
fair
argument
observation.
it's fair.
But the other observation is, man, this man does a great job of making it very convenient
for himself to be attacked because he won't stop.
I just, if y'all didn't want him to be president, y'all should have.
Oh, don't worry. I did that.
Wow.
I did that.
So there are a lot of people who realized they didn't want him, even those who voted for him.
I did that.
They didn't realize it until after he became president.
All I'm saying.
They believed the lie. They believed the financial.
No.
They believed the financial
Can you
statements.
believe it?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
He lost to a paperweight.
At the time, we didn't know.
No, he lost to a walker.
At the time, we didn't know he was a standing.
What do you mean? We knew he was 80-something. We were
He-
talking about his age when he won.
we
was
sure
can
were.
You believe, can you
But
believe
we
he's
were
going
like,
to be 96 when he runs
If
for
this
the
is the only person we got, we'll take it. We'll take it. Do you think that Trump, though, is a response to a black president?
It's possible.
Okay.
I mean, it literally is. I mean, that question is kind of loaded.
It is loaded.
Because it is literally a response to
But I meant also figuratively. People were comfortable voting for him because one, they didn't want a woman, and that I'm against. You didn't want a woman president.
I sure didn't. Because
I wanted a female because we run men anyway, anyhow, and that's why they're successful. Behind every successful man is a supportive and successful woman.
But you saying it like you was the one running. When they put weak ass women up there, then that's what happens.
First of all, if you think Slick Willie, known as Bill Clinton, was not supported by Hillary Clinton when he was president,
she couldn't even control her household, let alone a
you
country.
no, she can't control her husband's pants,
Exactly.
which most women
So she
cannot.
can't control a country.
Oh, so you trying to tell us you can control a man's pants?
Well,
I'm not trying to
time
run
out.
for president.
Now, let me tell you.
I'm
that
not
where
trying-
you going?
I'm not trying to run for
This-
No,
president.
no. You running for the border though?
I'm not running
Because
for
I see you
president.
running from that question.
I'm not running
Let me
for
tell you
president.
this. There is no one
Uh-huh.
who probably since in the modern era of presidency who was more qualified to be president
Then Bill Clinton.
Then who?
No, than her.
That is true.
She
That
couldn't
is
even handle Benghazi.
That is true.
What are you talking about?
Whatever.
She
you
don't know.
did.
Benghazi is just a
She
word.
just
Yes.
she
It's-
like,
it's in the synonym.
It's a
place
talking point.
in
It's a
in
talking
It's a
point.
word.
the Middle East.
It's
She
a
didn't
word.
In what
provide the
country?
security.
In the word.
She didn't provide the security necessary.
Yeah,
for
that's
Benghazi.
one place out of
So-
the millions of
So she
establishments.
couldn't even
there
handle
are.
that.
So here's the thing. I
And
don't
that
think
was
you're.
her job.
I don't think you're qualified as mom because your kid left school early one day.
Ooh.
My kids don't leave
That's
school.
fair.
Order.
That's fair.
Order.
My kids don't leave
Order.
school
Did you
early.
know your?
That
Did
one
you?
was a good one. That
Hey.
was in the straw
My
man.
kids
Hey,
don't leave school.
I need to
grabbed
drink.
That,
I need to
grabbed
drink to that.
No, honey.
Drink by myself.
False equivalency.
Smoke by myself. Drink
Well,
by
this
myself.
didn't happen to me. Maybe it didn't happen to you. Maybe them boys you used to have.
You're not a good
used
mother.
to run in the streets.
Look, you're not a good mother because your child fell off the bed and bumped his head.
Well, that's what happened.
You need to lose
She
that
done-
baby.
She done.
Give me that baby.
She done rolled off the baby.
You're
off the
not
bed a couple
quali-
times. Like, God,
Rolled off the baby.
Why you always gotta move? Just stay there.
I can't help it.
roll.
Sit down where I put you.
Just
Yeah. So if we were using that to determine whether
another-
someone's qualified.
No, but I
Another
mean,
false
let's
equivalent.
look at Trump and his inefficiency.
Oh, my
and
God.
how he's
Oh,
had
my
so many
God.
bankruptcies. How do we expect him to run
to be
an
qualified.
economy
exactly. That's what I agree with. I'm not surprised.
over someone who can?
Over somebody who can, right?
Her
who
voice
is
is
the-
just annoying.
And
And those
guess what?
pantsuits and
You
that
wouldn't have
haircut,
had to hear it for 4 years.
That's correct.
You
You'd
would
have
just
had peace.
occasionally ran into it.
You'd had peace.
Unlike with your other friend, who every day I had to make sure that I didn't need to find a bomb shelter.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, I've never watched so much news in my entire life because I was going, is it the bunker day today? Is it bunker day today? Is
But
it
now
bunker day?
we're almost in a World War III situation.
Oh no, ma'am.
Not-
That's not
not
nothing
at
to
all.
do with America. So don't you dare
What you talking about?
try
That's one
to
of our,
blame.
that's our main ally. What are you
What
talking
do you-
about?
whoa,
ma'am,
pause.
Israel isn't our main
Ma'am.
ally?
No.
Ma'am.
Oh,
Ma'am.
lies.
You know
Stop.
America stands alone. What does Israel
Hello?
bring to anything?
No, ma'am.
We be telling them that. Hey,
We've been
hey,
asking them.
That's like your barber. You know you're my best friend now. You know you're my best customer.
We shall see.
All right? You know you're my
We shall
best
see.
customer.
Keep it over there.
They trigger happy.
That's right.
They're like,
You're
hey,
my best customer.
Keep it over there. Just be kind
That's
to
great.
the people. Just be kind
That's
to
great.
the people. Let us get some food and some humanitarian relief.
All called.
We shall see.
It's all play.
Yeah.
It's
shall
all
see.
positioning.
Theater.
Theater.
All I'm
Theater.
saying,
A soliloquy.
we shall see.
Theater. You don't know theater when you see it?
We'll see.
Okay? It's called World Theater.
Listen,
We'll see.
it's not a world war if China ain't involved. I'm just gonna help you there. If China ain't
You're
got nothing in there,
You can feel
you
okay.
good.
You can feel okay.
Well,
you can go to the mall.
Tell that to the powers that be,
The powers that be, trust.
because
Be like, keep that over
if
there.
any
That's
so,
not
so
here.
y'all telling me that if any other Arab nation jump into it, America's not gonna jump in?
Let me tell you something. America's not jumping in that war ever.
Let me tell
not.
you why. Because let me tell you something about 2001.
Lessons.
They was like,
Lessons.
never again. Y'all keep, if we told Ukraine, keep that over there. Keep that over there. We'll send you all the money you need. But
Hey,
you
have to
handle
fight that. Fight that. That's not our battle.
Yes. I mean, no, it is.
No.
But you fight
no,
that one.
No, look, this war,
They're send-
America, let me
they're
give you a good
sending
one.
troops to
America said,
Ukraine.
look, the battle is not ours, it's the Lord's.
You so funny. That was funny.
For sure. That's it. When America ain't got no allies,
Nope.
we just tell them they
Not
allies.
doing it.
And until everybody else say, we going in, that's when America says, all right, let's go, guys.
Speaking of the Lord, Lord help you if you're drinking that Panera lemonade and you got heart problems. Okay?
Oh God.
Listeners, what are we talking about?
Lack of accountability. All day,
Panera
that's what we've been talking about. It's a lack of accountability.
Is
Yeah, we
charged
talked about Trump. We talked
Yeah.
about DeSantis. Yes, like accountability.
Wait,
in
what
a lemonade
does-
lawsuit.
What does Trump? I give y'all that one. But what does DeSantis boots have to do with his lack of accountability?
He don't want to be accountable for his height.
Man,
I give you that. You got it. You got it.
she said, okay, let's drink
We
to
can
that.
drink to that one.
All right, listeners, we're talking about Panera. Got a lawsuit. 21-year-old drank their lemonade. It's called Charged. And she died.
Oh, she died?
She is deceased.
Wow.
Yes.
I was just about to, you know what I was just about to say? I need to find some dumbass reason to sue a restaurant.
No, death is a good
That
one.
is not a good, I'm not going there. I don't need that. That's like committing
Death.
suicide.
Yes, it is. Death is bad.
And they connected it to the lemonade she drunk?
Well, they're saying it's connected to the lemonade, but there's also allegations that she has an underlying heart condition and that the volume of caffeine consumed is the reason they believe she's deceased.
I don't like siding with corporations.
But this is one of
But
those
you
times.
siding with Panera?
This one is going to be tough. At least the experience of the courts, like just watching how courts behave with stuff like this. If you have a pre-existing condition, ma'am, anytime that they say charged, boost, turbo, Any one of those words, you should be staying away from the caffeine.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to agree with y'all on that.
Would you? No. You like
Here's the
sob
issue.
stories and injustice where justice is happening.
I don't mind a Harry Hard Luck or a Sally Sob story every now and then.
every now and every then, all the time.
But let me tell you about why I might have an issue in this case, depending on where the evidence leads me. If the labeling said the word charged, that's not enough for me. And here's why, listeners. The word charged is not descriptive enough to give me how much caffeine is in this product. So you can't say to me as a consumer, hey, the ingredients in here is charged. Because people use what they call in law puffery to describe their products all the time. Fastest, bestest, most delicious.
Did
all
you say
those
asbestos?
bestest.
Oh, okay.
Bestest.
I
It's
wouldn't
not in your synonyms
I wouldn't-
or in your
Is
dictionary.
Bestest a word?
Yes.
I wouldn't-
People use it all the
Marketing
time.
word, marketing.
Marketing. Bestest.
I don't think that was in your
fastest,
vocabulary. That's why I made up a word
Wonderfulest.
that made sense. But didn't
Oh,
work.
you're saying you got marketing. I understand now.
Yeah.
What your whole vocabulary is marketing vocabulary.
Ah,
That's why
There it
it's
is.
that way.
Ooh,
I got
there
it.
is.
That's it. You say I'm
But
a
I didn't
marketer.
understand why you was saying
I'm
it.
a
Like,
marketer.
she must have meant asbestos.
No.
Because that's a word she'll know, even though it doesn't apply to this situation. Because you don't want the asbestos.
Well, they might as
in
well
your
have given
food.
her asbestos because she's dead. So here's the problem I have with the word charged. It's not descriptive enough. And if I'm a juror sitting on the jury and this young lady does not have some type of severe allergy to caffeine, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this might be a young lady that, I had a heart murmur when I was young. And now Panera is smart enough to make sure that their publicists push out there that she had an underlying heart condition. Because an underlying heart condition can be
You want
heart
me to tell
murmur
you
at
what
birth.
it is?
What is
It
it?
is called QT syndrome type 1.
Oh, so
and
she
it
had
is
a real
affected-
one.
What is that?
It is affected by energy drinks and it will by caffeine.
I
So
know what
anything
it's
that
affected by, but what is it?
so
Is that something you have to deal with on a regular basis and be careful what you take into your
yes,
system?
you do.
So
In
it's kind of
fact,
like
the
peanut
mother-
allergy?
Yeah, well, similar. The mother says that that her daughter was aware and would have stayed away from any kind of drinks. that
How old
had-
is this child?
She
21.
was 21.
I bet you she was on cocaine too.
Wow.
No, I think she just said this lemonade is delicious.
Tasty.
And
It's
she
so
just
good.
got her Panera Unlimited.
Yes.
And she went,
said, I'm using this.
said-
You know, when I
unlimited
hear charge, you
refills.
know what I think about? Battery power, hence energy.
To be honest
hence
with you, when I
caffeine.
hear charge, I'm like, whatever. You know how
So-
many times I've gotten a cup of coffee where I was like, this is going to be the
I don't drink-
strongest
so
cup
I don't
of
even
coffee.
drink coffee because
I'm sorry. It's a signaling disorder that causes fast, chaotic arrhythmias.
Oh, so it makes your heart beat fast.
yeah,
boom, boom,
and
boom,
then-
boom, boom, boom,
so
boom,
your
boom.
heart will just go into arrest because it's beating.
It's tired.
How many
too
days
fast.
was he drinking?
She only had
She
one.
only had it for 2 days. She's
Oh.
had it one day. The first day that she had her unlimited, and then the second day
She went back for the
she went
unlimited.
back for the unlimited,
Oh, my
and then
God.
at a party had this. Cardiac
How long
arrest.
was the party from the time she got the lemonade?
Well, when I filed the case, in
You see,
this
you know, listen.
When we
shut
filed,
up.
when we filed,
When
I'm
I-
sorry, we didn't
when
file.
I passed
Did
the
I
bar
hear-
and I
Did I hear
got the
party?
license.
Did I hear party?
No, you heard death, and
No, no,
jurors
no,
don't
no.
like that
Did
dinner,
I
word.
hear-
dinner party,
Dinner
at a
party.
restaurant where the restaurant, I'm sure, was a pile of bricks that were brown and smelly.
Hello?
Right
When she
beside-
passed out,
you know.
when she passed out in their restaurant, they were like, "What did she eat? Oh my God, is she allergic to seafood? Did we have a contamination in the kitchen?
Did we do peanut? Did
Oh
we
my God, did we
whatever,
use peanuts?
anything.
Yeah, now they were
just-
scared.
They were
Well,
scared.
when I heard party, I know that cocaine was a party drug, so I was thinking we was going in that route.
Now,
But
you
you
can't,
said dinner party.
You can't accuse her
No,
of doing
no, no.
illicit drugs. now.
Not everybody who drinks a charged
Was she
drink is on drugs.
Was she white?
So we don't
She's
know.
of the Caucasian persuasion.
Okay.
So here's my issue. I'm going to have to get a little more evidence, but assuming arguendo, the word charged is not descriptive enough. then I'm gonna have a problem, Panera.
If it has
does the lemonade come in a cup?
No,
or does it come in a bottle?
It's in a fountain. It's the fountain. Have you been to Panera? Drink. Yeah, they have the fountain.
Because you know sometimes they got fountain drinks and bottle drinks.
Yeah,
I don't think Panera has bottle drinks though.
I've
never seen.
They do. I think they do.
I think they may.
I've never seen. You always get the cup and you go fill up your own stuff.
But they sometimes.
But I think they might have like a Nantucket apple juice or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
So this came out the fountain.
But this came out the fountain. There's a fountain of lemonades and different energy drinks that are on the side, and then
you just
it's
get the
split
cup
by the fountain, and then the regular lemonades, the waters, and all that stuff is usually.
So
on the
there's a
side.
regular lemonade and a charged lemonade.
That is correct. So
yeah,
and
what
they're different flavors. But
you?
what I'm trying to say is, this one is going to be rough based on the details that I've heard and looked up. So your producer did fact checking, and what they're accusing is they're playing with words. They're saying, "Oh, this had more caffeine than a large coffee," and they're saying that this would be an equal amount of caffeine as one of their dark roast coffees. Well, that's
which party is playing with words?
The plaintiffs.
Okay.
The side of the family of the deceased.
I knew what plaintiff meant.
I'm doing this for the audience.
Oh,
yes, synonyms.
Yes, not for the synonym book.
Not for your dictionary. No need to put that in your book.
So
keep making them memes.
The issue is the large of the lemonade is 30 ounces. The largest cup of coffee you can get is 20 ounces. So of course
it's going to be more because
it
has
caffeine.
More.
The second thing is that they had the caffeine typically. Now I don't know at the point in time, and no one has pictures of
the
evidence
fountains.
Of the actual fountains that she went to. But I believe the caffeine amount is placed on the label because
it wouldn't be not on the fountain.
On a fountain
they
cup?
would.
I've never seen
on
it
the fountain labels.
Oh, where it says caffeine or caffeine free.
So remember, Panera is supposed to be a health conscious place. They're
so
trying
it's supposed to tell you your
position
calories.
themselves as health conscious. So they not only tell you calories.
Speaking of Panera, I think I want some broccoli and cheese soup. You just made me want.
Thank you, because we are sponsored. No, we're not. Broccoli cheddar. Go get you some broccoli cheddar today. They have it in 32 ounces. No,
I think I'm gonna go there and grab me one.
Oh, really?
Is one around here?
Don't drink the charge, okay?
Oh,
because
at least you'll know it has caffeine now.
I can take pictures of the evidence.
Well, they've changed their labels
quickly,
officially.
Quickly.
It wasn't quickly
they changed
because
their
you're
labels
on
and
notice.
Quickly because you don't want the next person drinking it and dying.
Because
if
they're
they
gonna
changed their
say-
labels, then maybe there was a lack of.
Well,
label.
the change in
Well,
the
here's
label
the problem,
is
though. The law doesn't allow subsequent remedial measures to be used against someone who made a mistake.
Right.
Because they want people to engage in fixing problems so that the next person coming behind you does not have to deal with it.
Right.
It would have a chilling effect. Because remember, if you thought there was a hole in the ground and you think, if I fix that hole, then they're gonna use it against me. Then you're gonna leave the hole there, and now another person falls in, another person falls in.
Right.
So they only get to talk about what it looked like before she filed the suit, but they don't get to talk about what changes or corrections Panera made.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the only change that I understand is listed is it says caffeine product, like bright,
Whole lot of caffeine.
just caffeine product, just to let you know. But it says, I'm confident that I went to a Panera in 2020, 2019, and that they have the labels with the milligrams. Of
I've never
caffeine
seen
on
it at Fountain.
They
I've never
have the
seen
labels of
And
calories
I've gone in
milligrams.
2023.
on a fountain.
Yeah, they have the calories.
Because
on
normally
the
the Fountain, you go,
I
and you
thought
just
it's
press.
just
No,
like
no, no,
Dr.
no. Okay,
Pepper.
no. See, all right, you're mistaking. All right. Do you know the
Are you
juice?
talking about on the screen?
No. The juice containers, like if you had a juice or a fruit punch, like not a fountain drink, but like a juice or fruit punch
Like a
that you
bottle.
put a cup up to and pour it out. I will show you on the screen because you guys are looking.
Yeah,
so
we're like,
confused. Once you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, that is a fountain drink." That's exactly what you guys are
I'm
gonna
like,
say.
I
Which is
usually
gonna be-
just press the little silver
Right.
thing, and then the water just
Can you
comes
see?
out.
Oh, so this is what it looks
That's
like.
a fountain thing.
Oh, I thought the
okay.
fountain was the whole thing.
No, this is to me also considered a fountain. Maybe
Oh.
not.
I mean, that is considered a fountain, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So they have the little labels in front of it to let you know what drink is inside,
here.
and
Yeah,
on those labels they will say how many calories.
Okay, I got a better defense for the plaintiff.
They need a better defense. Or wait, a defense or an argument?
Arguments. The writing is too small on the numbers,
Oh, okay.
That's fair enough.
and I
And
can't
you could have
see it.
mistaken it for
I
calories.
mistaked it for calories.
Yes.
It was not clear
Okay.
That's a fair
because
one.
caffeine starts with a C
I'll cut a check
and
with
calories starts with a C. Let's go to the bank.
Right, because when you see those numbers, you
You automatically assume calories. You be like, I don't care, I'll be
Oh,
fat.
but look, on
Or
if this
carbs.
hold on though. If this is something similar to the example where it says caffeine is written out completely.
It's too small print. And if I see numbers, I'm going to assume calories because you're
I don't
trying to tell.
know.
Because everything else on Panera's menu is talking about calories. This is 300 calories for this salad. And then this is 300, 400 calories. So I'm thinking calories. I'm not thinking you're telling me about caffeine.
Do you know how many women be like, I wonder how many carbs are in. Do you know how many carbs are in that?
And do you know what they'll say? I don't know.
I don't know.
You want it?
And then they make a decision. So if you know you have a heart issue, and
To me, that's also half of the burden, right? It's like you have a heart issue. You know what drinks have. Like, you know what charged means. Like,
No, you don't know what
You've
charged
had
means.
to
Come on
avoid
you
now.
know what
drinks
doesn't
so
have
much.
She's
caffeine in it?
21.
You know what doesn't have?
Yeah.
But she had it all her life. So it's a whole different level of responsibility when you're dealing with this all your life compared to it just started. You know what doesn't have caffeine in it? Water.
You know where that's at? Home.
Or at the fountain.
But you know.
Guess what you don't need on there? A calorie count or caffeine label.
But if you fail to tell me that this is caffeine and the print is so small, I can't see it. It should have
Well,
a
I
better.
can see it from here.
No, it needs a better warning label. It needs to say
This is
death.
a small
They need
picture.
to stamp it with the word death.
This is a small.
It doesn't. There's plenty of people who drink it in their lives.
Death.
This is a small picture.
Look, even Red
Oh,
Bull.
so this is wait.
Even Red Bull does a better job.
This is an example of the Panera thing.
Even Red Bull does a better job. Red Bull tells you you're gonna grow some
Yes,
wings.
That would be the example of what it looks like.
Oh, it's
Red Bull warns you when you see those
I can read
wings,
caffeine
and
it's
you
not
know
even the original size.
human
right
beings
there.
don't come with wings. You don't drink Red Bull.
Maybe she didn't know.
Well, there was no wings on that. So put some wings on there so she can know, hey, this is similar to Red Bull.
But that one might take away from.
I don't know.
Copy-
It may
I
be
just
small.
I think it looks
rights.
too humble. I think it looks too
But
wholesome.
but you saw.
I think it looks
small-
too healthy.
No. You seen a small picture on a small screen and not in its full glory because those things are about this size, not the picture on this
Trust
screen
me.
right here.
You're gonna go get your broccoli cheddar. I want you to
definitely-
see how big that
gonna
sign
take
is.
it-
I bet it's small. The print is small.
Well, you
Well,
know,
she's
they probably
21
changed
and
it.
got good eyesight.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our condolences here from
Our
Diva
condolences,
Court
yes.
towards the family of this young lady.
Correct,
It
so.
is disheartening that you go out and consume an item you believe to be safe, and now your family must mourn you forever.
How long will they mourn me? Shout out to Tupac.
Forever.
We're still
Because you
mourning
will always be missed as long
At least one person
as
is.
your family. That's correct. So, as we say here on Diva Court, our condolences.
That's facts.
We will
Oh, we're
drink
not gonna drink to it.
to her life. We're celebrating her life. You don't mourn the death, you celebrate her life. She must have been a wonderful, loving person, and she had a.
What if she was a bitch?
We don't know that.
So what we drinking?
So why don't we assume something positive here on Diva Court? Because that's what we do.
What if
We're
she was a bad
drinking.
child?
We're celebrating her because she was wonderful.
Okay.
We're assuming the best.
What if she was liberal?
Shut up.
Yeah.
What
Then
if she
she
was a
wouldn't.
Trump supporter? Would you be drinking it too?
Yes, I would.
Oh, look at you.
Because even Trump supporters deserve to drink lemonade and live. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our episode for this week. Don't forget to look for us every Wednesday. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
Google it.
Don't forget to look for our videos on YouTube every Wednesday when we bring you the colors of beauty on Diva Court. And as we say here, every week when we close this show for edutainment purposes, we will drink to that. Did it rest? Or did it not rest?
Are we done or are we finished?
We're both.
We got to drink to that.